I love it when you talk dirty.
So, okay, I got a question for the women. Why is it that women look down on being submissive these days? I feel like anytime a woman hears submissive, they get triggered. Y'all get triggered, and it's like,
I'm a boss ass bitch.
but you could be a boss ass bitch, but why? But like, why a woman can't be submissive to her man? It was a good man. I understand it's a lot of trash ass niggas. A lot of niggas don't create the environment to where you feel safe being submissive. But if a nigga's doing everything right, like why give him like a lot of flack and just a hard time? Like if the nigga's doing what he's supposed to do, it's like women still have a hard time being submissive to their man. So I'll let the woman take it from here.
Who want to start? Because
you feel me, Jazz? I mean, I feel like before I've been in the relationship that I've been in, I would always cringe at the word submission. Like, I ain't being submissive to shit. Fuck that. But that's only because I was in relationships with trash ass niggas. Mm. I wasn't provided the right amount of space. But now what I'm starting to see is that it's a culture now to where though black women are like on this whole journey of I want to be soft and I want to, you know what I mean, be fully in my feminine, but then on the counter of that, they're saying fuck being submissive and da-da-da-da, but those two things don't really coincide. Right. Because if you want to be soft and if you want to really, like, fall into your femininity, there is a point of submission in that because no man is going to come into a relationship and do all of those things for you, and then every single time he's giving you a suggestion or every single time he's trying to push you in a certain direction or give you a direction on how he wants to lead both of you or your family or if you have kids and things like that, you're giving him pushback. I feel like we get the idea of submission and we think it's just about doing laundry and doing dishes and having babies and cleaning floors, but really it's just submitting to the direction of a legacy or your family or things like that. It's a big picture. But a lot of women look at it as scratching a nigga's back all the time and scrubbing and clipping his toenails or some weird shit.
Letting a nigga come in your mouth.
Look, that would be nice though.
I mean, those things are nice, yeah, but it's like that's the only thing they think. They just look at the service side of it. They don't really understand the part where it's like moments where JR is telling me, nah, babe, you should probably do this. And then, you know, like when it comes to like lifelong things, or maybe you should tell the kids to do this, or we need to get the kids doing this. It would be, I feel like a lot of women when they're in relationships would be like, how you gonna tell me what to do with my kids, nigga? Or some shit like that. You know what I mean? They're always gonna like
that's
come
a trick
up.
word for me. Like if I date a girl with kids, you say my kids at that point, then you separating. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? It's our kids. It shouldn't be, I should be included on the decision making. So, like, how can I be the man of the house anytime I try to discipline the kids, you emasculating me? Be like, oh, no, you ain't got to listen to him. Like, no, I'm saying that, like, that's a red flag. That, like, before Jasmine, I didn't date women with kids because I didn't want to be put in that situation. But, like, she showed me a different side of it, and she let me be the man in the house, and she let me dictate shit. So, it's never, like, an interference. So...
I just feel like there's a big balance in it all, and the word submission has largely been misconstrued in our society these days. I feel like there was like there's the podcast with Sham Booty and Jasmine, the girl who plays what's her name? Turn Up Toya on Instagram. And she was like she was saying that she enjoys being submissive to her man, and she was like, I know what he needs before he needs it. And she was saying, I scratch his back and I know he's falling asleep because of the way he's breathing and things like that. And bitches were blowing down on her. But I'm like, in all scheme of things, that's how I run my life with you. Like,
couldn't be me. Yeah, that's what they be like.
Yeah, they're like, it's not. Can't be me. But it's like, if I take care of like certain things in his life, then I know he's going to have room and space to go out and work and to go out and think of shit that we need to do, to go out and do this
making
podcast.
Life easier. Yeah, making life easier.
You know what I mean? So it's like I make his life easy, and then he makes, in return, is making my life easy. Now, if you're doing that for some bum-ass nigga wearing some busted down FUBUs and fucking held a job in fucking 9 months and, You know, like
he could be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Nah, no.
Hold on. Who could be doing the same thing?
Doing no job for 9 months?
Oh no.
I said bust down FUBUs and no job in 9 months.
You had me lost.
I feel like
You know,
I feel like overall, when niggas think of like their woman being submissive, it's pretty much just giving them peace of mind at the end of the day. It's just not giving them a headache. They want to come home to like a peaceful household. They don't want to deal with like nagging. And again, this is only with men who is doing the right thing. Like they taking care of the house, helping you pay the bills, just helping you out financially, mentally, physically, all of that. So it's like, I feel like any nigga who's doing the right thing just want a peace of mind at the end of the day. They don't want to, they're probably dealing with stress at their job. They're probably dealing with bullshit at their job. So when they come home, they want to release. They want to feel like it's a safe space. And if their girl is just adding to it and just nagging them about some shit after they already got nagged at the fucking job, they don't want to come home to that shit. So I feel like most niggas who are doing the right thing want to come home to a peace of mind. And niggas feel like a man when their woman actually listens and takes advice from them. If every time he tell you, oh baby, or like every time he suggests something and you give him pushback, then that don't really make him feel like the man in the house. I feel like good women, good women, even though they might disagree with the man or whatever, they do a good job at making the man feel like he's making the executive decision. At least make him feel like he's included. Even if you don't agree with what he's saying, talk to him, communicate, and be like, no, baby, I think if you did this, I feel like this would really work. And a smart one would be like, I'm really making the decision, but I'm empowering him to make the decision.
Mm-hmm. And if you can't come together in that way, or if you're not even trusting your man to tell you, like, this is what I feel like you should do, and if you guys can't sit there and conversate about direction and where your life is going, then what the fuck are you doing? Why are you with him in the first place?
Yeah,
so it's like you sitting here talking about, I don't want to submit, but it's like if you can't take direction from the man in your house or come together on some things on where you're directing the family in a whole or your unit, why are you there?
But I wanna get deep with it first.
Yeah,
let's go.
I wanna get real deep with it. Like I'm a natural ass like psychologist, right? Just naturally, like that's just what I do. Like so first of all, I feel like women have a problem with submission only because our generation and like even like our parents' generation and shit, right? We come from women, especially me. My mom like was very hooked on like have your own, make sure you have like your own account, make sure you have shit that, when you can't have a man, whatever, that you're taking care of. When you leave a man, you're taking care of and shit, whatever. So I was built on learning how to make sure I was just always good outside of a man, like above even just being independent. Like when a man leave you or if he want to throw you out and shit, whatever, like that's just how we learn. We're learning how to, we're being built how to be without men, but we're not really taught how to keep a man. Like literally, we're not taught how to keep a man. We're taught how to survive without them because of how, situations where they have dealt with men. Like some men from back in the day, like their form of submission is like really control. It's really control. Men see submission as like them controlling a situation. That's how they're viewing it. Like, I'm supposed to control this. You should let me do this. I'm supposed to do this and have control over this, whatever. Like, submit to me. Like, and I feel like that's like we both on both ends have a distorted view of what like submission can be. Like, even look up the word submit. Like, you're giving up your power to somebody. High key. Like that's what the definition is. So when you see that, you're thinking like, oh, I'm not about to give my power to nobody. Nobody about to have no control over me and stuff or whatever. And we already growing up like that because our moms don't want us to have to our moms don't want us to have to give up our control just to have a man in our space. You know what I'm saying? So that goes back to that psychology and whatever the fuck. Like we're built and made to think like, okay, we need to survive without these men because, you know what I'm saying, if they beating on us or whatever, we need to be able to have a way to get out and be safe and be able to survive without these men or whatever. So that's the first thing. That's how we're thought and that's how we're programmed to get because they done been through so much. They done dealt with men that just took over them, controlled everything, controlled the finances. Like, oh, since I'm paying for this and I got the money, whatever, you need to do this and whatever. Men, they overstep they like boundaries for power. They what's the word when you abuse their power.
Abuse the power.
Once they know they got like a little hold over you, they abuse their power.
That's so true.
They don't understand that like when a woman submits to you, you're supposed to be doing certain things to be able to like make a woman feel comfortable to want to submit to you. Yeah. Exactly. So that's starting off with that.
And also, I feel like men should know when to submit to their women as well.
I was going to say that.
I don't feel like it should just be the women submitting. Like, as long as both of y'all got that trust and communication, the men should know when to submit to their woman. If your woman has a suggestion and you feel like she making the best decision for y'all, sometimes it's cool to go with the woman's decision. It's nothing wrong with that. I feel like a lot of men, their pride and ego gets in the way of what's right and what's logical or whatnot. So.
And I was gonna say that too. Like it's a form of balance. Like, okay, I have to submit in this way and let you lead and let you, what I'm saying, do what you have to do. But guess what? Like when you out there doing the business and stuff, and women know how to lead when it comes to business and everything. Like the best business decisions and know how to lead in that type of way. Like, babe, I don't think this is the right way you need to go. I feel like you need to go this way and everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why you have Michelle and Obama. Like she's submitting the way she let him do his thing, but back behind the scenes, best believe I'm taking care of the other shit, and I'm taking care of the shit that you can't take care of or you can't pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I don't have a problem with submitting. Like I need a man that's willing to like give me the space to want to submit.
You feel comfortable.
I'm I'm a switch. I could be a dime or I can be submissive at the same time.
Yeah, I'm a switch too.
What I'm saying?
I'm definitely
I'm a switch. So it depends on the type of situation you in. Like I said, it need to be a balance.
This is the vibe. Like make me feel comfortable enough to listen.
Like make me know that you're going to take charge and do the things that you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you do need to be a little like, hey, I said like, okay. You got it. Okay, I got you. Like, all right.
Like what I love when a woman does, like when a woman she sucks my dick and then give me guidance. That's like perfect. Like you suck my dick
talk
and then
me
tell
into
me
my coma.
Yeah, like talk me into like what needs to be done, and we make the decision together. Like I have no problem.
You tell
like,
me I'ma come.
Yeah, whatever you say.
I know right now.
Like if you got some good advice, I'm always open. That comes from like a man or woman. Like even with other niggas around who might know more than me or whatnot, I don't have a problem like listening to them and letting them take the lead. Like I'm not insecure in that way to where I feel like I have to be the one to know the most in the room. Like I don't want to be the one who's the most knowledgeable in the room. I want to learn from people all the time.
Or even just be in control of everything. Like you don't have to be in control of everything.
You don't. Like if you trust a person and you trust their decision making, I feel like y'all can really benefit from that relationship to when both y'all can learn from each other. But you just so fucking prideful and egotistical, then I feel like you kind of like stunting your growth as a person.
I feel like there's a lot of people who don't go by codes and don't have no goals anymore.
They don't have codes, morals, nothing. Ethics,
and they're just like
anything.
shooting in the dark. So it's like you're getting into these relationships and things like that and partnerships, but it's like you're in a partnership. When me and JR decided to be together, not only do we focus on us, but we also focus on the podcast. We also focus on our goals. We focus on where we want to be. Like we go by a code. And so it's like we have a main goal that we're both shooting for. Now, if you just get in with a nigga because he looks nice, has a fat wallet or whatever the fuck, but you guys don't come together on some type of code or some type of goal, you're shooting in the fucking dark.
But that's another thing though. Like some men, they think that you should be submissive to them just because they got money, because they got a certain like whatever type of respect or whatever type of pool inside the city or whatever the fuck they at and stuff. Like nigga, you earn submission. I'm not about to submit to you because of anything that you have or what you think you got.
Yeah, that's
I'm not submitting because of anything. Like you earn submission. I don't just give it to you because you're a man. People think I'm the man, so I suppose no. You haven't earned that. You ain't showed me nothing for a reason to be submissive to you.
I feel like people forget that you could be a lame ass nigga with money.
You really can.
I've met so many lame ass niggas with money. Oh my god,
plenty.
It's so many lame ass niggas with money. But like that's what I said. Like men need to understand, like get a better grasp of what submission's supposed to be, like or what part they need to play when it comes to trying to have a woman be submissive. Like even if like okay, we could be kicking it and whatever and having sex and all that, whatever. Like, but if you're not doing anything for me, adding value to my life, so that's going to be like prosperous or positive or even bringing peace to me or whatever, I'm not going to submit to anything. I ain't got to answer to you. I ain't got to do none of that shit. Period. That's just what it is. Like,
but both parties should be bringing something to the table.
of course, of course, of course.
Shouldn't just be one-sided.
Both parties should be bringing something. But at the end of the day,
Bars.
at the end of the day, when I'm like, people have a like, oh my God, like when I tell you so much to say, people have an empty view on like sex and people's bodies and everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and people don't understand, like, when people open themselves and open up their vessel to give you their body and stuff or whatever, I still deserve a common courtesy and respect and consideration when I'm doing that for you. You know what I'm saying? That's not nothing to me. I'm opening up my soul to you. You feel me? Exactly. So that's different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people have such an empty, like, thought of that. And
I think it comes down to a certain level of vulnerability with a lot of people. Like, the way you were expressing about sex and whatnot, like, that still takes a certain level of knowing. Like, she's not just a piece of meat, or like, it's not just that. Yeah, because that shit, it's connecting at some level. So it's like, you don't want to just go out and doing that with everybody, whatever.
Right,
like,
and just
people,
sharing yourself.
Yeah,
all
because
over the
people
place.
be out there and they, you know, that's how a lot of niggas get their bitches or whatever. Like, money. Oh, I bought you all your drinks. Come home to the penthouse with me type shit. Let me show you these nice things. It's all materialistic.
It really sucks now that, like, niggas, or it's both sides. Cause like it sucks that, you know, niggas can just flash their money and just get pussy and ass off of that. Like, they don't gotta show no personality or
like,
whatever.
But that be women trying to capitalize off of niggas and stuff and whatever. You know what I'm saying?
It just sucks because it's like, nowadays it's not a genuine connection. It's just like, oh, I got money, so come with me, and a lot of girls fall for it because they know they got money. Oh, I can benefit from him, so let me fuck him so I can get where I'm trying to get. It's not a genuine connection. Like, oh, I'll fuck with you because you're you. It's never that. It's like, oh, you can do this for me. Yeah, I can do this for you. So come fuck with me. And that's the basis of the relationship. That's why all the motherfuckers fail.
See,
and
that's why
the years down the line, they get unhappy and they end up on them shows like fucking Scorn, or what's some shows where they Fatal Attraction, or what's the one that was famous?
What, cheaters?
Not cheaters, but when niggas get killed. It's like Fatal
Almost Got
Attraction,
Away with it.
Women Scorned or something like that.
Yeah, Deadly Women.
Deadly Women.
All
There we
that.
go. Deadly Women.
Yeah.
All of that shit, bro. I feel like it's always the best when you fuck with somebody because of who they are, and they doing well for themselves, so it's a plus. That shit should be a plus. But I ain't saying fuck with a broke ass nigga or a bum ass nigga, but fuck with a nigga who, if you see potential in him, or he's like got goals.
See, but potential is scary.
But you see, potential, that's what I say.
But you can tell with a nigga like,
you can't work off of potential, because I'm that type of person. I've always worked on people's potential. Like, like if you're being proactive consistently, and you're actively growing within yourself and your career and just like in general, like, okay, like I can work with that and try to see where this can go. But working with potential sometimes, and people be getting comfortable. No.
Hold on, Marlon, you gotta chill, cause I think Vic getting a boner right now. Too many bars.
Going back to
a little sticky stick.
Half
a chop.
Bricked up on a Sunday afternoon, nigga. Bricked up on a Sunday evening. It's the Lord's Day.
It's almost
some wine. I'm some burgundy, nigga. Burgundy, nigga. But no,
Going back to what Vic said, like about energy exchanges
I love
and like
how y'all
opening,
just shifted back.
and like opening up yourself vulnerable, you know, to people. I've even had to take a step back with like me and JR's dating life, and I'm like, man, we've been giving these bitches like, let me not say bitches, but it's like,
no, a lot of these bitches didn't deserve it. They became bitches.
We've been getting time and effort and dinners and laying out the red carpet and all of that.
You know how many steaks I cook for these bitches?
Sexually
I
as
season
well.
that shit.
And
I
now
cook the best steaks for these bitches. Go ahead.
And good ass, good pussy. My tongue game be on fire. Like,
talk your shit.
You know what I mean?
And
so it's
just
but then it just ends up bleeding. And I'm at first when me and him decided to get into this endeavor, I was on the whole, you know, the wham bam thank you ma'am one time ooh wop would be cool. You know, like thought I would be fine with that. But it's like at the end of the day, I'm like, that's a lot on my body. And it's a lot on my energy. It is. And at the end of the day, I'm fully in belief of every sexual partner you have, you form some type of energetic tie to them. And I can't continue to do that, especially with a woman, because a woman is powerful. So it's like every single time we do it, I'm like, I feel a little bit more, and it's like it's not an equal exchange.
Bro,
I feel like I'm
about to say, like, go ahead. You talk first. I'm gonna tell you something.
No. Cause this one woman who we were dating, she hung out with us one time, and she, later on after we hung out, she was saying, "Oh, I want to be in a serious relationship with y'all. I really vibe with y'all."
Yeah, you gotta go.
And then the shit. But like no, like Jasmine was open to it, like because at the time we was all vibing, and then like communication just fell apart, and shit just wasn't adding up. Her conversation was very spotty. Her text messages were very spotty. Yeah, not me. I can only hold shit in so much, and then it got to a point where I was like, "Yo, are you self-aware? Like, do you know what the fuck is going?" Now I be trying to be polite. You know what I'm saying? I know being a Virgo sometimes. I think I'm just being honest, and then a lot of people think it's harsh, but I just come off as just saying like whatever's on my mind or whatnot. And how she responded, I didn't like her response. I feel like she didn't really make us feel like we was in a safe space or like we could trust her. I would say because I feel like she was already dealing with like the niggas who she was before. She already told us about the nigga who she was dealing with before us and how he wasn't showing her enough affection and this and that. And I don't know what
that's that
bitches
vulnerability.
He fucking, and you can bring that shit back to us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
all around any woman that we mess with, we don't know the men that they're sexually attached to. They fucking with them, they're arguing with them and all of that, and then bring that energy to us and things like that. And it's like,
and y'all could be the side of a side.
Yeah, and it's like, we're being safe, we're being cautious, and
we definitely not no side
whatever,
pieces.
But
fuck that. We done made this.
To protect your energy.
It's an entree right here, baby.
That's what I was gonna say. Back to like. With like opening your vessel and everything, and like you said, it's like, okay, these bitches like they be draining. There's a lot of energy going into like me as a person. Like it's really hard for me now because like I'm so empathetic and I'm so like I don't even want to say spiritual. Like I want to say psychic high key. Like the people that I like getting engaged with, like sexually, and that I'm connected to, like I'm going to start dreaming about you. Your spirit is going to start talking to me.
Exactly.
Like I'm connected like that. So I have to be okay with like the people that I have to be cautious about the people that I open myself up to. Like it was a guy that I was fucking with, whatever, and it was good, you know what I'm saying? It was toes, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Good. But then when I like you know what I'm saying? Like it was fire. But at the end of the day, I saw how his energy affected me. At one point when I, you know what I'm saying? Like I know the type of person he is, he kind of be out there and whatever. It was one day I had sex with him. 2 days later, I had a whole sleep paralysis. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that. Like people, I'm such empath. Like it affects me like that. So I have to really be cautious about the energies that I let in my space, in my home, and my body. Like your spirit will literally come invade me. I had an ex-boyfriend that his spirit would literally pop up in my dreams. Like he was so invasive spiritually, like it was like so bad that I had to really like do like a little cord cut spell type shit to like get him away from me.
Like the house that I used to live in. She said when she would sleep, she see like a whole bunch of sex demons humping my headboard and just wow.
But
like,
that's what I'm saying. I gotta be careful about the people that y'all engaging with. Like y'all have to really be open about the people y'all engaging with because that shit is real. People be like, "Oh, I just had a bad dream," or "I was having this weird." No, that's some real shit. Like you're really connected. You're really connected.
Your house or something.
Yeah, no, I did that same week. I went to the crystal shop. I got like protective crystals around his room. I sprayed it with Florida water.
Yes.
I fucking saged it with some rosemary and some black sage and all sorts
you
of
have
shit.
to do that. Like you really have to protect your space and like your body and everything. Like you can't just be doing that with anybody. Like people can be very spiritually invasive and that would drain your energy. You're like, damn, why am I tired? Why am I like I can't even get up and do anything.
Out of bed?
So
why
tired.
am I so
like,
sleepy?
You're taking on their energy. Anybody that you have sex with, that is an energetic tie, bro. Like you're taking on their energy. Whatever they're going through, whatever, you're gonna feel it. And you don't even know that you're feeling it. Yeah. Like you're gonna take it on.
And like even to take it further than that, like I noticed even some of my gifts were being dampened. Like when I go outside, when I go out, when I take a walk with my dog or when I go on the trails and things like that, I can feel the energy from the trees. I can feel the energy from the water.
Yeah.
And it was like when I was going out after a while, it was like there was a fog. You know what I mean? I was like, why am I not getting that euphoric feeling like I always get when I come out here? And I had to take a spiritual bath.
That's what I'm about
had
to
to put
say,
crystals around my room. I had to like do all sorts of shit to get myself on point. And it's like I try to explain things like that, and it's like I'm just gonna sound crazy. But the only way I can sound crazy, the only way I can like put it into terms with him is like I just need to take a break. And it's just because I'm starting to feel like my gifts are dampening down. My spirit, my connection to nature is starting to be drained out. And so it's like there's a specific woman that I would like to like interact with, and I know exactly what that energy is like. And if it's not like that, then
y'all need more self-aware people that are more self-aware about like themselves and their bodies and everything. You need more people like that, like that's open and like you know.
I want to ask Gabs a question, but before that, no, I would love to see Jasmine just be her other element, like with a woman, just be in love with a woman. Like I think that would be beautiful to see. I don't feel like that takes away from our love.
I love your relationship.
Like I would love to see her in love with another woman. So that would just warm my heart, and because it's happiness at the end of the day, and it's her genuine feeling. And as long as a woman not trying to isolate me or anything, I would still love that. Like it's dope. Like they going out on dates, is doing women shit together, just doing each other hair, each other makeup. Like I would love to see them cooking together, all of that. Like just seeing them making a meal, all of that. Like I would love to see that side of her because that's who she is genuinely. She's not pretending. When did you feel comfortable enough to start being submissive to Tone? Or is she still putting you through the shit, my nigga?
I'm a Gemini, so he gonna get it regardless. You feel me? But
we got two Geminis.
I feel
yeah.
But it took a minute really, cause I'm not really like I'm a submissive person, but like you have to get me to that point. Like I have to feel like I trust you in that sense for me to be submissive too, because it's not easy for me just to be like, okay, well, now I'm here. Like this is me.
Shit, it's not easy for us.
For real, like it's hard for me to just come out and just be like, okay, this is me. We can sit down, we can talk about this and this and this, or like this upsets me, this makes me happy, this makes me sad, this da 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 da. Because I feel like that ties into it too. It's not easy for me to do that and talk about those things. So kind of when I got to that point, really, and when he really just started taking over. Honestly, I don't even know how.
Did he do anything to like make you start opening up more? Like what was some of the things he did to make you feel more comfortable to like be your true self, like your
fuck
authentic
the dog
self?
shit out of that.
She's fuck the dog shit. Is it part of it? Is it when he took the condom off?
No.
He had her leg on the ceiling. He had the other leg down on the floor. Wow. She's like, I submit.
She's like, you got it. It's okay.
I'll cook you tacos.
Look,
Cleaned up and all that.
Beef or turkey?
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you.
you want to toe Let me grab your toes.
Let me ask you this. Did you even notice it when you started opening up, or it just started happening? You was like, damn, I ain't even realize. I'm like,
I was noticing it.
You were?
I definitely noticed it because he was really honest. That's kind of what it was too. Like that's a major part. He was really honest about a lot of stuff. Like if I see something, I just be like, "What's up with this?" And he'll just explain it. I'm like, "All right, well."
Bet.
It is what it is. You feel me? If it's not good, if it is good, if it's something I didn't want to hear, or if I ask a question, it was like, well, this is how I feel about it. If I liked it or not, it's like, all right, well, cool, shit. I'm glad we able to communicate like that and be honest on each other's level and da 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 da. So that kind of helped me open up too, because that I don't like liars, and to this day, this is why I say I'm still like, I'm a pain in the ass for real. Because I be like, you a fucking liar. But
look, we are a pain in the ass.
You turn up on you, bro.
He don't even be lying. Yes.
Stressed out.
Our imagination.
Hey, don't make my nigga go bald. Hey, don't make my nigga go bald. Don't make me.
I'm going gray hairs on my beard.
You see my gray hairs, right?
Look. They slowed down.
That ain't from her.
They slowed down.
That ain't from her.
Look, I be stressed.
It ain't from them. Don't do that.
Whatever. Stop stressing me out. Dudes act like they don't stress us out. Look, my titties is lower than before. You stressing me out. Where is my happy weight?
Right.
Let's talk about
She
that.
said, "Where's my happy
Talk
weight?"
about that.
You owe me some pounds.
Listen, he done
Where
got
is
thick.
my ass?
He got thick. Look at my arms. Where is my happy weight at?
He took it.
She said, "I'm stressed."
My happy weight is in my feet.
God.
Happy feet.
God
Pinky
damn.
toe.
God damn.
Let's put up his drink.
Guys walking around with a heavy ass pinky toe up in this bitch.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, because my pinky toe is cute. Don't do my pinky toe. It got a nail on it and everything. Like, I got my toe.
Come on now.
Put a foot in the camera.
Look, look, look.
It's about to start OnlyFans on her feet,
Hey,
y'all.
look.
I mean, who wants?
White toes. It'll do it.
Stop giving out this free foot.
$5.99.
Okay, now this
$29.99 in
this
the
is some
hood.
free
$29.99.
foot. I'll be on manager though.
$29.99 in the
Look,
hood.
if you pay 31, we showing big toe.
Right.
Oh, bro.
She gonna wiggle it and
If
everything.
you pay 40, she'll use your favorite color.
If you pay 150, we'll make Tone suck it on camera.
No cracks in it or nothing.
Right.
Straight jail.
Look,
Hey, you got your man's approval.
I just want to have on word that I'm the manager of this shit.
I'm managing.
But
He's
no,
selling you the
but no, that's dope. I feel like we had a dope ass conversation about submission. You know what I'm saying? None of y'all frowned upon it. Basically, y'all was saying if whoever you in a relationship with make you feel comfortable enough to submit, you will submit, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I feel like it's relative to everybody's relationship. Like I don't mind being submissive to Jasmine. She don't mind being submissive to me. If we dating women, if she long as she making fucking sense, like I would listen. Like I'm
As
not
long
about
as she
to
make
make
look, and that's important. Fucking sense.